Happy Friday, everyone. My name is Bianca. I hope you're feeling good today. You're ready for some yoga. Like I said, let's get started in child's pose and start out with some breathing. So once you arrive in your child's pose, just take a deep breath in and a cleansing exhale out. Just let it all go. Feel the hips sink further back into the heels. Really relax the tops of your feet onto the mat here. Find a slight spin your inner thighs out, and then keep lengthening the spine, the arms, the tailbone as you breathe. So notice if you can just find a bit more release here in your child's pose. You feel free to roll your forehead side to side here, just getting really comfortable. Noticing the sensation in the underarms, your low back. And start to listen to your breath here. Long inhales in, and then steady exhales out. Start to ground your energy, especially through the forehead, through the sitting bones. Whatever kind of week you've had, just allow yourself to let go just a bit more here. Any concerns, any stresses, anything you've been thinking about, just allow it to melt away for now. Steady breath in. Open mouth exhale, let it all go. Good, deep inhale, fill up. Through the nose, exhale out the nose. Just 2 more breaths like that. Feel the shoulders pulling back now, breathe. Final one here. Good. On an inhale, reach the fingertips to the right, and then have your left hand go on top of the right hand. As you do this, sit your left hip back. Getting that left side body stretch. Yeah, very good, Lori. Inhale, bring the fingertips to center and then over to the left side. Right hand will press onto the left. Try to sit both of your sitting bones back, so especially the right side. Good. Inhale back to center and then arise up to all fours. Once you're on all fours, begin to find some organic movement that feels good to you. Finding your cat and cows. Circling the hips, looking over one side, one shoulder, and then the other. So as you're moving here, think of making this practice your own, adding on whatever you need. I'm simply a guide and letting you have your space, a bit of a container for your practice. Good. All right, and then rise up to all fours here. Reach your right leg back. Tuck your right toes. And then feel your right thigh hugging into your right hip. Lift higher on your rib cage as you round and dome your upper back a little bit, and then send your left arm forward. Start to stabilize everything. Stabilize the right arm. Stabilize using your right glute. Yeah, keep breathing, look down. One more breath, reach further. And release. Left hand down, right knee down. Find a cat-cow here. Inhale, lift the gaze, lift the tail. Exhale, round your back. Switching sides, inhale the right arm forward. Or let's start with the left leg. Inhale the left leg back. And then just feel the chest opening up. So think of spreading the collarbone wider. Notice if the breath is getting shorter, bring it back. Good. Lift the ribs from the earth and reach the right arm forward. If possible, line up the right ear and the right bicep. Static hold here, just strengthen everything. Try to keep the hips neutral. Yeah, looking good. Keep breathing. One more time, reach further, toes and fingers. And exhale, hand and knee come down. This time, inhale for cow. And then exhale for puppy pose. Guide your hands forward and let your chest hover down towards the earth. It's up to you where you want your gaze. You can perhaps press your forehead down to the mat. One final breath. Keep the hips above the knees. Good. On an inhale, sit back to child's pose. Use the hips to guide you back. And then on the inhale, press up, downward facing dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Do a few adjustments here in your down dog. Think of opening up through the chest a bit more. Good. And then feel free to bend the knees here. Get the hips higher. Open up through the underarms. Gaze in between the kneecaps here. And then notice if you can press into the entire surface of your palm so the wrist doesn't take too much of the weight. Keep breathing here. Keep guiding the hips up. Keep strengthening the arms. Can you relax your gaze, your jaw? Can you notice any areas that you can strengthen within the arms? Perhaps the triceps, the shoulders. One final breath. Good. On an inhale, walk forward to the center of your mat. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. On the exhale, forward fold. Just let the body drape over the legs here. Just enjoy a slower pace of our start of class. And then just shift side to side as if you're really trying to locate all the corners of your mat. And then resist any distractions, whether your mind is wandering, just bring it back, maybe gazing at your toes or a specific part on your mat. Release the fingertips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Left hand down to the earth, bend the left knee, and then reach the right arm high. Like you're trying to reach for the ceiling and you're trying to reach for the floor at the same time with the left hand. Good. Pull up through the core, spin, feel the strength in your right side back. Nice. Exhale, release. We'll switch. Right hand down. Inhale, lift the left arm high, bend the right knee. Lengthen the left side body here from the hip all the way to the left underarm, and then think of lengthening your tailbone back as well. One more breath, reach higher. Exhale, fold. Take the arms in front of you, bend the knees. Exhale, hold here in a halfway lift. On the inhale, rise up to standing. Once you're there, exhale, back bend. Imagine this as if you're high-fiving the ceiling, and keep breathing. Good. Inhale, elevate the arms. Interlace the hands, please, and then take a side bend to the left. Lift up and out from the hips here. Doing really good. Parallel the chest against the wall in front of you. Inhale up. Take a side bend to the left. And just doing your best to keep both arms really straight, especially the right arm. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, open twist to the right, but try not to move your right hip. We're getting really deep into your back here, your spine. Strengthen the legs. Yeah, good. Open up a bit more to the right. Yeah, try to keep the hips pointed forward. Good. Inhale, center, bend the knees if you need, and take an open twist to the left. Strengthen your core here. Try not to let the hips rotate, and then if you want, you can gaze back at your left hand. Reach further, like you're really trying to reach both edges of your room. Keep the core pulled in. Good. Inhale, bend the knees, straighten the arms, and then hold. So hold here with your arms apart and your legs apart. Relax the shoulders down the back just a little, and then think of squeezing a block in between the arms. Yeah, really good, Luz. So keep strengthening the core here. Notice if you can bring more lift in the rib cage, more strength through the upper body. Hold steady. Relax the jaw. One last breath. And then exhale, sit the hips back into your chair pose. Try to keep the arms lifted. This little pose, even just keeping the arms above the head, is quite a lot of work. So try to straighten the arms, challenge yourself a bit more. Sit a little deeper in your chair. 2 more breaths. And then exhale, forward fold. Take your arms out to the sides, and then hold on to the ankles if you can. Yeah, very good. A little bit deeper of a forward fold here. You can start to gaze back towards the back edge of your mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, reset. And then exhale straight away into a plank pose. Place the hands onto the ground softly, tuck the toes back, and then find your best plank position here. Chin off the chest here. Try to imagine where you are in space, where your spine is, where your legs are. And try not to let gravity drag you down to the floor, and then resist. So keep pressing your way into the ground. Listen carefully, lower your left knee. And then inhale, reach the right arm high. Only the left knee on the ground. When you're ready, lift the right leg back and lift the left arm or right arm forward. So find right arm forward and then right toes back. Feel free to perpendicular your left shin if you need more support. Steady here, keep breathing. And then if you can, grow taller with the fingertips and the toes, really stretching your entire body. 1 more breath. Elbow to knee, exhale, bring it in. Good. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Keep that left elbow just a little bent. Yeah, good. Inhale, reach. One last, exhale, bend. Take your right hand onto your knee, and then step your right foot to the front of your mat. Once you're there, get low into your hip. So you're almost like in a half splits here with the left leg. Get low. 1 more breath, look forward. On the exhale, straighten the right leg and find your deepest half splits. If you want to find some active movement in your practice today, bend the right knee and straighten the leg. So today, just keep breathing, working on the fundamentals, but also getting into strength building today. So point your toes up to the sky and try to keep pressing the quad up, and then lengthen the chest like you're finding the flattest spine that you can, lengthening forward. Sternum is yearning forward. 1 final breath here. On the exhale, bend the right knee, plant the hands. Find your 3-legged dog, reach the right leg high, and then hold. All right, so try to hold this pose without opening the hip. So can you really keep the hips super squared? Yeah. Right heel extends up, right hamstring working, and then point the right toes. So can you find a straight line from the right hand and the right toes? Straight diagonal line. Yes, very strong. Keep it up. Hold steady. And good. Release the feet. Take a chaturanga if you want, or just stay in your down dog. Inhale, up dog for those who took it, and exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. We are going to move on to the left side, so find your plank. From down dog, shift forward to your plank. Ground your palms firmly. Think of squeezing a block in between the thighs here. Notice, where is your mind? Where are your thoughts? Can you bring it here? You can do this. You are so strong. One more breath. On the exhale, right knee touches down. Inhale the left arm high. Think of lengthening the waist. Yeah, very, very long here. When you're ready, lift the left leg up, about hip height. Yes, Lord, good. Reach the left arm forward. And then strengthen the right arm. So try not to bend your right arm at all. Again, if you need some assistance for the wrist, go on the fist. So if that flexion is a bit too much for your wrist, just adjust. And then, can you reach your left heel back an inch so it's in line with the entire body? Yeah, if you want, hand on the hip here. This should be quite a bit of work. Breathe in. And then elbow to knee, exhale to the center. Good. Inhale. Try not to let your right hip collapse. Exhale in. Mindful of the right arm. What is it doing? Good. Inhale, straighten. Exhale in. Good. Inhale, straighten and hold. Reach. Squeeze your right glute. Squeeze your left glute. And then from here, bend your left knee. Take a hold of the left knee with the left hand. And then guide your foot to the center. Once you do that, center your hips and then start to bend into your left knee. And if you want to change up that flexion in the right wrist, make a fist. You can look down or you can look forward, and really targeting the hips in this pose. If you are breathing in and out through the nose, you will start to get warm. One last breath. From here, scoot the right knee back and straighten the left leg for your half splits. So just giving your hamstring what it needs today. Just notice what you need. And perhaps you've done other types of activity this week that are making you feel tight, perhaps even just sitting down at your work. And then try your best to point the toes upward and hug the navel in, always refining with the breath and with your body. And then try to point the toes higher to the sky, deepening that stretch. Imagine that you're pulling the chest forward while your hands are dragging back. So there's this action of length through the spine. Good, one more breath. Your next exhale, bend the left knee, plant the hands, and then tuck the right toes, send the leg high. Find your three-legged dog, flex your left foot first. Yes, good. And then look back at your right toes, point your left toes, and then hold. Turn your right knee to point down. Turn your left hip to point down. Lift your right hip back. Yes, hopefully you're feeling where the strength is. It's in the arms, in the core, and in the legs. Full body motion here. One last breath. You're so strong, arms straight. And exhale, feet together. Down dog or chaturanga, your choice. Make it a good one. Inhale to up dog, lengthen, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Good work, we're always building. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, step forward in between the palms and rise up to warrior one. Ground your left heel, maybe hands to hips, make any adjustments that you need. And then here, we're going to bring that same action of keeping the arms so straight, like you're squeezing a block in between the hands. Try to find some relaxation in the traps, even if the arms are lifted, just a bit more relaxation in the neck. Beautiful, you guys. Keep that left leg straight. One more breath. Exhale, hands to the sides and lean forward halfway. You're trying to reach the crown of the head forward, arms back. Right leg straight if you can. Little bent for more support. Free up your right toes. Breathe in. Secure the right hip in. And then exhale, pyramid pose. You have the option, interlace the hands behind you in pyramid, on the floor, or on your hips. All right, so lots of different choices. If your right leg won't straighten, you might need to walk your left foot forward. So just feel it out. And then in this pose, try not to just yank your neck forward. Think of letting your entire rib cage come down first before your forehead. Yeah, good. And then if you need, loose, straighten the leg a bit more, walk the left foot in. Left foot closer to the top. Yeah, a little more, a lot more. Yes, I think, yeah, good. Hopefully that's better. And then make sure there's enough space between your feet here. Lengthen the spine. Good. On an inhale, reach the right hand to your hip or all the way up to the sky. So right hand to hip or your revolved triangle. Think of this as the same pose we did in the beginning in that forward fold. If you have a block, you can go under the left hand, otherwise just resist the gravity here. Pull higher with the right hand, pull the right hip back. If you can, try your best to keep the legs super straight here. Right knee is going to want to bend. Keep lengthening. Find one more breath there. And then exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Warrior one. Stay low. Yeah, if your left knee is bent, walk it closer. Getting ready here, arms super straight. Right knee bends. Breathe in. On the exhale, warrior three. Arms stay forward for this one. Same thing in the beginning. Think of the ribs pulling up. Think of that left leg just being an extension of your hip. Yes. Yeah, find your angle. Very good. Inhale, crescent lunge as your release. On the exhale, interlace the hands behind you and find a chest expansion. Get low in the right knee. Good. Open up the chest. On the exhale, forward fold back to your pyramid, only for a moment, and then scoot your right foot closer to your body towards the middle of your mat. On an inhale, lift the left leg high for standing splits. Think of this as the three-legged down dog we did, except now your hands are closer to your leg. Very good. If you want to take a balance challenge, take a hold of the right ankle, right thigh, right calf. Yes, use your core. This is as much as core rather than just the leg. Good. One last. Tuck the left toes behind you. Inhale the right leg high. Three-legged dog again. I promise we're building towards something. Notice if you can strengthen your back. So with yoga, you'll find that as you practice, your back gets really strong. Keep breathing. Three-legged dog, hands on the floor, left toes back. One last breath. Exhale, plant the feet. Chaturanga or stay in your down dog, your choice. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing. Taking it to the left, no rush. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step forward. Enough distance. Ground your right heel and then rise up, warrior one. Breathe through it. Try to bring the ribs in, a lot more in. Try to lengthen the tailbone down so there's all this action. Good. And then if you can, widen the feet like railroad tracks. Right heel comes down. Yeah, bring your right foot a little closer to the front. And then make sure the left knee does not go past your left heel or your left ankle. So you're finding that maximum range of your pose. Once you're here, lift the arms, kind of straighten the arms as much as you can without arching the spine. Yeah, Lori, good. So try your best to expand your back here. Think of this as a handstand. Get an inch lower, just the thigh, but not the knee. Very good. One more breath. On the exhale, straighten the left leg and reach the arms to the sides. As you do this, lean forward. Create some space between the shoulders and the ears. So pull the back and your traps down. Yes, and your lats. Yeah, very good. Strengthen. Use your core here. A lot of balancing. One more breath. On your exhale, pyramid pose, maybe hands reach back behind you like this. Or hands to the floor. One hand to hip, whatever feels good to you. Just listen to your body. Do your best to release any tension, again through the neck, the face. Try not to force any of this stretch, just allow and surrender into that stretch. And like I said, versus cranking the forehead and the neck, think of reaching the rib cage more to the knee, to the shin. Yes, good. That'll make the stretch more effective. One final breath. On the inhale, transfer your left hand to your hip or all the way up and open up into your revolved triangle pose. Yeah, no worries, just feel it out. Try to orient your hips down and orient your ribs up to the left. Yes, good. Saw that, Lori. And then try to line up your arms, stack them on top of one another. Even with no mirror, you can kind of assess where you are in space. If this is hard, you might need to walk the right foot closer to your right hand. One more breath. Exhale, left hand descends. Rise up, back to warrior one. Trust yourself. Let your left leg support you. Arms so strong, breathe in. Exhale, lean forward, warrior three. We are building from the ground up here. Turn your right toes, reach the arms. You can do this. Balancing, strengthening. Right toes land all the way back. Inhale up. And then exhale, chest expansion in your crescent lunge legs. Right heel is lifted. Pull the shoulders together. Squeeze the hands. And then gaze up if you can. Get low in the left knee. Good. Inhale, arms up. And then take the hands down to the ground. Move your left foot to the center line. And then send the right leg up for your standing splits. Yes, good. You want your left hip somewhat stacked above your left heel. Even if you have to bend the left knee, you still want your hips in that same region. Yeah, good. Over time, you won't need your hands as much. You can find your balance challenge using your hamstrings, your obliques, your lower abs to hold you up. Yeah, good. Keep breathing. Getting ready, plant the hands. Tuck the right toes to the back edge of your mat. Inhale the left leg up. This is the same thing again. Open up the chest. Work the legs. You are so good. Feel the back. Last time. And feet down. Either child's pose or chaturanga, that's up to you. exhale, downward dog. All right, good. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, and then jump through to a frog pose. Take your feet outside of your hands and sit down. Turn your chest upward towards the front. Turn your sitting bones down towards the floor. Very good. All right, when you're ready, reach the arms forward and then have a seat. Find your boat pose. So we've been doing a lot of planks, core work, down dogs. We're gonna do an upward facing variation. So find your boat. Yeah, really pull the chest forward. Yes, very good. Stay strong here. And then when you're ready, either hands or no hands, lower to half boat on the sacrum. Keep the legs zipped. Legs are off the earth here. Strengthen. Breathe. Good, good, Lori. Bring it in on the exhale. Inhale on the sacrum, straighten the legs forward. Don't lower the back or the legs if you can. Variation for this is lay down, find the legs to 45, okay? So half boat or lay down 45-degree legs. We're still here, yes, good. And on the exhale, knees in, chest in. One last, either laying down 45 degrees or half boat. Hold. Strong exhales, I promise. Keep breathing, won't be here for too long. Yeah, you got it, you're so strong. And in, release, feet together, and fold. Find a stretch through the hips, your low back. You can hold on to the knees. One last, inhale, arise. Find your boat, regular boat. Interlace the hands, please. And then take the hands to the left. Good. Inhale, center, and take the hands to the right. We are working towards something. Last on the left, and then last on the right. Good. This time, let the legs go in front of you. Straighten the legs. Align your heels with the edge of your mat. Inhale, reach up. On the exhale, capture your big toes and fold. Take a few breaths here. And try not to round the back, just lean forward a bit more, yeah, like that. And then for this one, bend your knees. And then now's the time to round your back. Round your back here with the knees bent. Very good. Slowly lift up, plant your hands. All right, we have two options. Working towards crow pose. Plant your hands. I'll show you where we're going. Bend your elbows. Lean forward into your crow. Knees to the triceps or the outsides of the arms. And then lift. The second option, what we've been working on here, from your down dog, listen carefully, lift one leg up, like what we've been doing, and then you will shift forward like standing splits, and then find a hop switch mid-air, all right? Then you'll land with the left leg up, bend your right knee, hop switch, and land in down dog. So let's go ahead and try that. Don't worry if it's not perfect, just play. We've been working on strengthening the arms. Good, Lori. We've been working on strengthening the arms, so use that as your strength. Yeah. Good, good, Luz. So it helps, Lori, it helps if you shift more forward above your hands. So you're here, it's almost like the standing split hop, and then switch. And then when you're doing that, think of getting the hips, yeah, better. Think of getting the hips really high up into the sky. Good, good. You guys are doing so great. Keep working. Hey, Sarah, try to straighten the arms. Yep. increase your hang time by picturing yourself up there. So in your mind, just picture yourself floating. Good. You got it. 2 more. Strong. 1 last. Good. And then we'll end with your feet in frog and your hips low. From here, arise up to standing and find chair pose. Bring the feet together, arms up to the sky. And then on an inhale, arise, lift the left knee up. Interlace the hands. Press your inner palms out as you balance. Imagine that you're holding on to, or you're leaning up against a wall. Can you align your left hip and your left knee, and your left knee and your left heel? So that's that full 90-degree angle. Strengthen your lower abs. Press the arms straight here. On the exhale, figure 4, hands to heart. Bend your right knee and just enjoy the outer hip stretch. Maybe hands to the ground. If you want to take an arm balance, that's available for you. Breathe. Inhale, rise up. Still in figure 4, interlace the hands. Inside of the palms forward and sit down. Whew, relax the neck, relax your traps. And inhale, arms up, left knee up, hold. Just hold. Squeeze the right glute. Lift up through the navel. You got this. Arms straight. And exhale, chair pose. Nice. Just notice the difference between your right and left leg here. Right hip, left hip. And when you're ready, interlace the hands again. Maybe the other, point your finger on top. Straighten the arms, lift your left knee. And then right away, plug your shoulders down your back. Look for your knee. Lower it if you need, or lift it higher. Yeah, and then scoot the toes forward if you need. Yes, good. Try not to lean back too much. Imagine that you're on the wall, straight on the wall. By doing this, by keeping the ribs in, you're already working your core by a lot. 1 more breath. And then exhale, hands to heart, figure 4, right knee bends, left knee bends, right ankle on the left hip, or right ankle on the left thigh. And sit here, hands can go anywhere you want, hips, floor, heart center. Just enjoy this outer hip stretch here. When you're ready, inhale, rise back into your figure 4, interlace the hands, arms forward, arms up, and then straighten the right knee, hold, arms up, and chair. Good, very good. Right arm underneath the left, preparing for eagle pose. Hold on to your shoulders or your hands on an inhale. Lift the left leg, cross it over. Up to you what you want to do with your toes. It can wrap around, go on the floor. You have an option if you want to add more strength. Go into eagle, airplane, eagle, warrior 3. Right leg back. That's only if you want. You can stay here in eagle. That feels good. Align the knees and the elbows. Good, you guys, very good. Unwind, stand up, exhale, back bend.
Inhale back to chair. On the exhale, left arm underneath. On the inhale, left leg on top. Eagle on the left side. Left arm under, left leg on top. Take your breath here for a few moments before moving on. Open up the chest, the back, and when you're ready, if you want to take the Eagle Warrior 3, left leg floats back. Point your belly button down or forward, wherever you are. Everyone return back to your Eagle. Nice, Lori, and release. Straighten the legs, look up. Exhale, back bend a little bigger this time. Good, bring the hands to your heart and stand up here for a breath. Close your eyes. Just feel yourself getting an inch taller, aligning your posture, strengthening the core. When you're ready, open the eyes and find tree pose on the right. Right foot up. Arms overhead. And then once more in your tree, imagine that you're squeezing a block. Really pull the ribs in. Relax while you balance. You can remain, or if you want, peace fingers to the big toe, almost like you're in boat pose. Straighten the right leg forward and lift your left arm up. If you can, lower the right hip down. Yeah, try to find a spot to look at. Leg forward at first. When you're ready, open the leg to the right side. Here for a moment. Return back to tree. And then release the right leg. Good, inhale, chair pose, even it out. And exhale, hands to heart. Elevate your left foot into tree. Take your time here. And then try to stay above your right leg. So if you're leaning too much on the right side, bump your right hip in and then press your left foot into your thigh. Extend the arms above like you're in a handstand in tree leg variation. Keep breathing. If you wish to stay here, stay here. If you wish to straighten the leg, peace fingers around the big toe or your knee, and then straighten. Your leg doesn't have to be fully straight. Lower your left hip. Hug your core in, lower abs in, like you're leaning on that wall. And then if you want, left leg to the side. So everything here is your back supporting you. Your core as well. Very good. Back to tree. Hands to heart. And release. Nice work. Inhale back to chair. Interlace the hands behind you in chair. Widen the feet. Exhale, forward fold. Bound, forward fold. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. When you're ready, inhale, rise up. Bend your right knee. Preparing for dancers. Left arm up. Catch your breath. And then exhale, dancer's pose, kick the right leg back, or bow pose. Reach the left arm forward while you kick the right toes up to the sky. So dancers or bow, that's up to you. You don't have to push it so far, just do what feels right. For dancers, your shoulders and hips are pointing forward. For bow, your right side is opening to the right. Hold steady. And slowly release. Falling out is no problem at all. Inhale up. Take a hold of the left foot. Take a little ease through your face, and then your variation dancer's bow. Playing with your pose here. It's really a shoulder opener and a back bend. Nice. And slowly release. Good. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. And then crow, chaturanga, or head straight to down dog. That's up to you. We're going to start to wrap up here. Just a few more poses before we do that. Find your down dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step forward. This time, warrior two. Right knee forward, chest open. I love you guys, so fun. All right, warrior two. Get low, press your palms to face down, and then really think of extending using the back, not just the arms, your back too. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Lean forward, straighten the right leg. Hand to shin or hand to the floor or a block. And then bring your left hand more above the shoulder, closer to the wall. Yeah. From here, sweep your left hand to your right toes and then fold forward to the middle of your mat. Find your prasarita or supta. And then any variation here, if you do want to do a tripod headstand, just make sure you're safe. Getting into the inner thighs, stretching one way, stretching the other. If you want to practice a straddle press handstand, anything that works for you here. Maybe a twist. And guide yourself slowly back in. Halfway lift. On the exhale, navigate to your right foot. From here, 1 or 2 handstand hops where you're switching legs in the air. So same thing, get ready, bend your bottom knee, switch legs, and switch legs. We'll meet in down dog when you're done. And then elevate your left leg, reach up, exhale, step through, and then open up warrior two on the left. Just almost wrapping up here. Bend your left knee. Find your heel to arch alignment with your feet. I feel that you might be tired or need fuel after this, so make sure you nourish yourself, eat, drink. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, triangle pose. Oftentimes going slower can actually engage the muscles a lot more, helps you get more into the breath. And use your right hand, sweep your right hand to the left toes and then all the way back to the right toes as you fold forward. If it feels right to you, you can interlace the hands back. Making sure the joints feel supported, nothing too much for the joints. And then slowly, any variation, release, inhale, half lift. And exhale, navigate to your left toes. Finish it off with a few hops. And And then we'll end up in your down dog when you're ready. Good, we'll keep working on this. Send the right leg forward, find your pigeon. If you'd rather lay down onto your back, find figure 4 on your back. Chest upright, breathe. Feel free to lower down into your mat. On the inhale, rise up. Listen carefully. Tuck your left toes. Our grand finale here is our side plank, left hand down, right foot stacks. Left hand side plank. We've been working on this. Hold and downward facing dog. Send the left knee forward, left leg forward, pigeon. Feel free to return onto the elbows. And then when you're ready, hands down to the ground. Tuck your right toes. Preparing for side plank. Step the left foot, right hand down. Press the pelvis forward and hold. Here for 4. Straight line from the heels, sacrum, back of the head. And hands down. Lower the knees. Good work, lay down. Once you're laying down, just stretch the wrists. And roll the ankles, wrists and ankles. One final thing here before we cool down. Rest the arms by the sides. Deep breath in. And then exhale, hover the legs to 45. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. And 1, plant the feet. Inhale, bridge. Lift your hips up. And then uncurl your spine bone by bone. Widen the feet to the edges of your mat and find your sway side to side. Take your arms out to a T. And then bring your knees together. Squeeze the knees in. Find an easy supine twist, knees to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale in, other side, knees to the right, gaze left. And then final pose, your happy baby. And when you're ready, lay down. Well-deserved Shavasana. Outstretch the legs, arms. Relax your low back. Open up the chest. Open mouth, exhale. Breath in. And a breath out. Soften the face, soften your jaw. One more breath. And when you're ready, awaken the eyes, fingers, toes, just roll. If you don't have to go back right away, just lay down here. Feel free to outstretch the arms, inhale. We'll all meet on the right side. And then lay down, have a seat.
No rush at all. If you don't need to get up, don't. And then once you're up, just take a few rolls here through your back, one way, the other. Maybe a back bend. And then sit back upright when you feel good. Palms up, spine erect. Take a deep breath in. Cleansing exhale out. Breath in. Exhale out, hands to heart. We bow forward. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you all so much. Thank you for spending your lunch hour with me. Such an honor. I hope you feel great, you feel strengthened and lengthened. That was the intention today. So make sure you drink lots of water and nourish yourself. Have a lovely weekend and hope to see you guys again next week. Lovely practice. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing your camera, Luz. You're welcome. Thanks, Lori. Good work, you guys. That was awesome. See you next time. Bye.